Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, don't you like independence? Yes. Freedom? Yes. Well, India is one of those countries, or at least its leaders, who are trying to stay independent of outside influences, in this case Western influences. I'm talking about economic pressures or pressure that is pushed on India by the so-called collective West, which is actually one country, United States of America, and the rest are just acting at their command. In this case, India stands its ground and does not give in. And I love it not because it's about the collective West, or I don't care who wants to impose on India anything. I would not like it because I don't like anything to be imposed on me, as probably you don't like anything being imposed on you. In this case, India, as you know, refused to impose sanctions on Russian energy or to condemn Russia or to veto for resolutions that will condemn Russia and all that, abstained. So it's like a neutral kind of country saying, well, we are pragmatic. We are trying to make sure that our country benefits and our citizens benefit of whatever is out there. We're not interested in your little scuffles, and we're big enough to push you around if necessary. And it seems like the United States still has patience with India. So this article comes from Sputnik, and it is from today, the 2nd of November 2022. Very interesting is that the Indian leadership talks with CNN anchors in this case and other politicians and other media people, reporters, interviewers, very straight, and is not afraid to they are not afraid to tell these guys, you know what, this is what we believe in, you're not going to judge our values, our interests. You go and deal with, I don't know, Romania, those countries that will do anything you want them to do. So this is the title. India evades oil embargo with record crude supplies from Russia. India's oil minister on Monday blasted Western media for fomenting a moral conflict about buying Russian crude, noting that if India were to ditch Russian crude and went off the market, international prices would rise to $200 per barrel because of Western sanctions. So India says, you know what, I don't have any problem with moral conflict, and if we would not buy Russian oil, then the price will go to $200 because of your stupidity, basically. Russia overtook India's traditional oil suppliers, Iraq and Saudi Arabia, in October, supplying 22% of the total oil the world's third largest consumer imported, data compiled by energy cargo tracker Vortexa revealed on Wednesday. Iraq's oil constitutes 20.5% of India's total imports, and Saudi Arabia's shipments slumped to 706,000 barrels per day, a 16% share according to the London-based firm. On average, India bought 946,000 barrels per day from Russia in October, up from 876,000 barrels a day in September, setting a new record in Russian crude imports. Obviously, those guys are very upset. The boss. And I'm quoting, China remained the largest buyer of Russian seaborne crude with up to 1 million barrels of oil per day. At the same time, India, for the first time, overtook the European Union in imports of Russia's seaborne crude oil by 34%. The massive jump in Russian crude oil highlights India's refusal to bow to Western pressure, as Washington has consistently, remember this is a Russian outlet, okay, so to bow to Western pressure, yes, as Washington has consistently tried to push the Modi government to limit economic and trade ties with Moscow because of its special operation in Ukraine. True. India has told its Western partners that Delhi would respond to the Ukrainian crisis as surrounding geopolitical tensions in line with its, and I'm quoting, national interests, which are supreme. Beat it. Bye-bye. Go and sing at another table. Play over there. We don't like your song, basically. Now, this is the main thing that I really like here. Asked by a CNN anchor, which a weasel by definition, whether Delhi feels any, and this is the words, quote unquote, moral qualms. So Delhi feels any moral qualms about Russian crude imports now. Indian Oil Minister Hardeep Singh Puri responded, absolutely none. There is no moral conflict. We don't buy from X or Y. We buy whether is available, he said. Whatever is available, he said, adding that the Indian government bears a moral duty to its citizens to ensure regular energy supplies, whether using petrol or diesel. So, that is what it is. So, there is no moral conflict, absolutely none. We don't buy from X or Y. We buy whatever is available. So the Indian government bears a moral duty to its citizens to ensure regular energy supplies, whether using petrol or diesel. Countries such as India, China and Turkey indicated they are not likely to follow the US and Europe in setting a price cap on Russian oil, which the West plans to do from early December. Now this is how a strong, independent, sovereign country speaks. And it's nothing extraordinary. This should not be extraordinary. But as George Orwell said in his 1984 novel over there, he said, telling the truth in the truth in this kind of situation or something like that is a revolutionary, under the circumstances, is a revolutionary act. The same here. So telling something normal in this kind of circumstances, it's a revolutionary. It's, oh my God, how much courage India had to just say something that is normal. Normal. I care for my people first, and then the second, third moment, and I look at your problems. That's what happens with your family. You look at your family first, and then you look at the neighbor's family or friend's family. As much as you love your friend, you're not going to ignore your kids and your family for the neighbor's kids or their friend's kids. First, make sure everything is here, and then go over there. That's why I really dislike when I see United States helping everybody else, but they have problems here, big problems, big social problems, big economic problems. But they go and help over there. Or I see Melania and what's his name, the guy from Microsoft. I can't remember his name right now. I have the weasel. What's his name? Bill Gates, Melania and Bill Gates Foundation. They invest millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars in Africa and over there. Okay, that's fine. I admire that. But did you invest here? Is everything clear here? Is your bed made? Is your house in order? If it is, then you move out and you help others. Not, oh, I'm going to go over there and say, see how great I am? I'm a great guy. Really? And your family is in not a good shape, let's put it nicely. So things that are normal became now, oh my God, you're gonna get in trouble. I admire India. This guy, I'm gonna take his name, Pushy something, I know Singh is one, middle name or something, and then the last name Puri. Puri, I will pour from pure. Puri, I will take you. Hardeep Singh Puri, the Indian oil minister. Yeah, I got your number. I like you. The same as the foreign minister Jai Shankar, or Jan Shankar. I think that's what his name is. Sorry, I always break that name, unfortunately. He's a smart, courageous guy. The same thing when the weasel's so-called interviewers, or he had a press conference. He was asked, India buys oil energy from Russia. Are you okay with that? And what's going on? He said, well, we buy in a year how much Europe buys in an afternoon. So why don't you go and do that first, and then you come here and try to suck my lemonade. You know what I mean? And the guy was like, I'm an idiot. But he was among idiots, so they didn't understand that. But we did. That's why I mentioned this guy. Just watch that video. It was that format 2x2 with United States, when it was Blinken next to Jai Shankar, and it was another guy, a black guy next to Blinken, because I know my eyes, I have the picture, and next to Jai Shankar, another Indian over there, obviously. So just watch that exchange. It's on YouTube. And this one the same with these guys. Man, it's our interest. We don't give a damn, right? Well, they don't want to understand that. So anyway, very good. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.